I love it when Atlassian brings synergy between their tools. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at an exciting new way to basically get Confluence and Jira to work really, really well together. You're going to want to subscribe to this channel, drop a like to this video, and more importantly, if you need help with any of this, I have a link tree that is going to allow you to sign up for one-on-one help, whether you need 15 minutes, an hour, or anything beyond. I have a paid course, I have a book, I have merch, I have so many other things for you. So make sure you check out that link tree down in the description. Now let's jump into Confluence, where we're going to be talking about this exciting, cool new feature. So here we are inside of Confluence, and this new feature is all about easily creating tasks that are inside of a table, or elements or items, whatever you want to call it, inside of a table, and automatically and easily slash seamlessly create Jira issues from that table data. Let me show you how easy this is. So here I have a table. Obviously, I'm doing a little bit of marketing. I am going to be speaking at Team 25, so you definitely want to make sure you sign up for that. And if you want my signature in our book, make sure you purchase your book beforehand and bring it with you to Team 25. We're going to be doing a few book signing opportunities there. But anyways, you have your table here, and once it's published, keep in mind that this will only work if your page is published. This will not work when you're editing. But once you have a published page with the table, and ideally you set it up the way you want to, you simply come over here and highlight your text. Now you're going to notice that I'm highlighting 3 columns. We'll talk about the pros and the cons and the nuances in just a second. But once you highlight your text, you're going to see this plus Jira issue. Now when you do that, that's going to pull up this little side menu. And I want to talk about a couple of things here. Number one, you're going to be able to configure this. So first you can click configure. If you have multiple sites, you can send it to the right site. You have multiple projects, you can pick your right project. And you can also pick the default issue type. For example, maybe you want everything to be a story or a task. Whatever you want, you can do it here. And as we scroll down below, you're going to be able to map the column, like in this case, a summary and the description. You're going to be able to map it to the issue field inside of Jira. Now, this is a brand new feature. And so you noticed that I have a due date. Atlassian is working on providing a feature update where we're going to be able to map future columns. But for right now, the only thing you're able to map is that summary and description. But stay tuned because Atlassian in their documentation is promising that more mappings are soon coming out. When? I don't know, but they are coming out nonetheless. And I'll link this article down in the description down below so you can read it in its entirety on your own time. All right, so back to Confluence. And so once you are happy with your configurations here, you can click on save. And now you'll notice that for each of these rows, right, we have 2 rows here, sign up for my Team 25 session, purchase the book for the book signing, you can accept it here, or if it didn't quite get it right, you can click on this little edit pencil over here, and then you can go into that specific issue and do the configurations. And here, now I have the ability to also set that due date if I want to set it at this time. And so once you hit the create button, Jira is going to go and create those issues inside of Jira, but then I want you to see what they look like inside of Confluence because it's actually kind of cool. So once Confluence is finished making those issues in Jira, it's actually going to embed it into the table that you had. And so this is going to be making it super easy so that you can get the real status coming from Jira, and you can always link, right, and go back to Jira and be able to go back and forth because when I open this story inside of Jira, it will have a Confluence page that allows me to go back to Confluence. So that bi-directional synchronization is always there now, and it's going to be just super easy. So what do you think? I can see a couple of scenarios where maybe you're doing some requirement planning, maybe you're planning your sprint out, and you just want to be able to create the right context, right? You want to be in a place like Confluence, which is a great context-aware tool where you're rapidly in a meeting firing off a bunch of tasks, a bunch of work that needs to be captured by you and your team. And then we're going to be able to just very seamlessly and easily just take all that table with all that data and automatically create those Jira issues without having to go back into Jira and basically duplicate your data, right? So this, I think, is going to be such a time saver because now we can have these very concentrated meetings and very concentrated conversations about brainstorming, right? Coming up with these requirements, coming up with these stories, these tasks, these bugs, and we can put them all on the table, articulate, have the right stakeholders review, talk about them, and then without having to duplicate your information, right? Without having to take or have somebody go and take all that data and then put it into Jira, we can just simply highlight and pop it into Jira. And I think this is just such an awesome feature. And again, just highlights the power of the Atlassian ecosystem because yeah, there's other tools out there like Monday and ClickUp and whatnot, but when these 2 tools are working simultaneously, this system of work just comes together really, really well. And so I'm really excited for this feature. I can't wait to show it to everybody. So I'm hoping you enjoyed this video. And if you did, and you want others to be aware of this, make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment down below so that that YouTube algorithm spreads this video to everybody else. And of course, don't forget to share this with your coworkers because this is such a nifty feature that everybody should know about it. So that's it for this video. Make sure you check out that link tree down in the description below so that if you need help with any of this, I can coach you and counsel you through this entire process. So sign up for some time with me and don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.